Hello everyone. Welcome to the fourth edition of Lifft India Filmotsav and Awards World Cine Fest 2020, a virtual meet. And today we have with us the founder of Lifft India, Mr. Riju Bajaj, and Sahitya, and also the director of the movie, Mr. Ben Sebastian. I would like to start the conversation with Sahitya first and then Mr. Ben. Sahitya, I want to ask you, why did you choose this film to be one of the shortlisted one in Lifft India?
Sometime back I had seen an interview by Quentin Tarantino, and in that the interviewer had asked him, why is there so much violence in your films? And Tarantino replied, because it's so much fun. And that's exactly why I've selected Ben's film Wolfman, because it is so much fun, and the level of action shown in this short film can match any top level Hollywood film or Bollywood film for that matter. And such newcomers should be given a platform to showcase how talented they are.
Right. So, Mr. Ben, would you like to please brief us about the movie which has no dialogues? Why you chose the movie without dialogues?
See, actually, the actors all are my friends, so they
Okay.
are not professionally well actor. So
Right.
if I gave them dialogues, they won't perform much. So and also by searching in YouTube, also I was actually searching for action short film, and in India,
Mm-hmm.
action short film they haven't explored much in detail. So I just gave a try,
Mm-hmm.
and it was shot in 2016. So I just
Mm-hmm.
gave a try because I like action and I like violence.
Okay. So, well, that's nice. But what form of art of, fighting scenes you have used in? Is it like a martial or is it like a taekwondo or judo? What is it a blend of all? Or were they very trained ones?
Actually, it's called mixed martial arts (MMA). They were
Okay.
like just two trainers, and it's like martial arts. But to be honest, I can't label it completely like MMA, because like the real MMA fighters, when they watch, they don't like it, because all the performers are
Yeah.
not professionals except the two
Hmm.
coming at the last. So it's like the more like it's like more MMA and the local version also.
So was somebody injured during the shoot time?
No injury.
No injury. Okay. So what is the message that you're trying to give through this movie to the viewers?
Actually, there is no message, to be honest. It's just like full action and all, just like bloody violence. There is
Yeah, because
no
it's
such thing
it's
as
like
message.
guerrilla. You mentioned in your overview, it's a a new dimension of one man who can achieve a guerrilla kind of a fighting thing.
Yeah, actually,
So
see, the what I see best thing about this short film is like it has been pulled out with a limited budget. People are
okay.
spending much more lot of money and not making a worthwhile short film. So
Uh-huh.
the thing is that I have done in limited budget, and I have learned editing with myself, and that's the best thing about short film. There is no particular message, to be honest. Just
Okay.
entertainment stuff. That's all.
Okay. So, Mr. Riju sir and Sahitya, please, do you have any questions? Please do pose now.
I
Yeah,
think
hi Ben.
sure.
Yeah, I have a question, Ben.
Okay.
I have done a film some time back. It never got released. There was a little bit of action involved in it, and what I observed as an actor on that set was that the action director takes over, and the role of the action director is slightly bigger when executing action, and the director
Okay.
just sits somewhere on a chair and he just watches the monitor. How and what was your role in this? I mean, as a director, with the short breakdowns, with the choreography of the action, how did you guys
Director
work
over here
together?
is also sitting there on the chair, sitting back.
See, actually, even I don't have much professional experience in filmmaking. Apart from our cinematographer Sachu had assisted some feature films in Malayalam industry here, And I got my friends who was expert in MMA, and they were trainers, and their move was so fast, and the crew members couldn't. I mean, the cash people couldn't follow their moves. So what I did is that we didn't break the 180-degree rule. Every move, whatever we move designed, we always design the move in the set itself. No pre-trained, no stuff, because since it's an fight action film, you can't storyboard. We don't have that technical advanced material to storyboard every move here. So in set itself, we design the shot, we design the move. Then I learned some editing basic stuff before shooting the short film. So in the making itself, I was aware about how it should be when in the post production. So we didn't break the 180-degree rule, and there was in no action director. I was directing every frame. Me and the cinematographer was there, and also this MMA trainers was there. They were designing in the set itself. Every move was designed in the set. So as a director, when I shoot action film, I just want to be involved in that film, because this action director, they be best at action, but of camera angles I don't know. But right now with me, there was only me there. There wasn't much expertise on action director, so I just you know my friend was there, MMA trainer, and we just involved as a team. And also the Ray 2, especially the Ray 2, has inspired me on the many shots and scenes. And without breaking the 180-degree rule, everything went well. Like when I was in the post production, it was for easy for me to edit it, because we didn't break the 180-degree rule. There wasn't much jump or jerk in the cuts. Even though it was fast cut, there wasn't much jump or jerk. So that's how I pulled it out.
Great.
That's great. Yeah.
That's nice. So,
Um,
all the action sequences were done by the actor himself, or at one point of time there was some substitute who was provided for the some stunts or some
No,
action or
no, no, no,
something.
no substitute. See, this is like the cheapest version of making movies. So you can't look for these stand double and all. You have to do it by your own.
He's also trained, the actor.
No, 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 no. He wasn't trained.
He wasn't trained. Okay. How much time you took to finish this movie?
The shoot means actually 10 days. We shoot in 10 days. Yes,
10 days. Right.
yes.
So I would ask Mr. Riju Bajaj to please strike some questions from his side as he's sitting nicely, having a back seat, but thinking a lot of questions from his side. He
No, I
himself
am
is a
just
director,
no, Madhavi. I am just in awe of this film. I'm
actually.
actually left speechless. Because when I saw the film, my mouth, jaw, they dropped, and we said, "What is this?" Like Setu Sahitya just mentioned that what Tarantino mentioned, that why
Satya, you've
make
done
an
a
action film,
great job.
that because it's so
Great
much
job.
fun. I mean, it was just awesome. I mean, to watch this at this
You
scale.
don't have a split second to, blink your eyes even.
Yeah, I mean, it just catches you,
There's no
and you
time.
don't know where the film flies off. I mean, you just can't
It's over.
blink your eye. I mean, it is that mesmerizing, and the pace and the choreography of the stunt, your camera angles, and I love the bit of the VFX that you have used in the film. When that man is forcing pin him down against that tawa on the stove, and he
Okay.
just moves
Yeah.
his face on the tawa, and his the face gets
It's
little
when it's
red and the
burning.
eye turns
Yeah.
red. I mean, just to show that it's burning. I mean, that's a very dash of VFX, so smoothly done that you don't even realize that it's a VFX. So who did that VFX?
Actually, I did that VFX. Before making the movie, I just went through some VFX tutorial. Like there was one face burning explosion, and some the bottle breaking scene and some kind of thing. So I was like graduate in some kind of VFX assets. So I just include in my storyboard. See, like I before making the movie, I just how to say it, some signature moves, like whatever the fighters will do, they to a point, like within 2 minutes they have to break somebody's neck or somebody's body or somebody's head. Whatever the fighters move to another next 2 minutes, they have to they want to show some real violence. Like I have put some point in the, like it was like 10 minutes. I have marked some minutes because it's like ordinary punch and kicks. The audience will get bored. So you have to put somebody's head on closer, or the wash basin, or the bottle breaking scene, or the face burn. So all the VFX was like it, actually all the tutorials was available. I don't know why it's hard. Like it was easy to follow them.
I know stories where we have dancers who have learned dance by watching Michael Jackson and the likes of him, and they have absolutely replicated his moves so well just by the video tutorials available on the internet. And it's amazing to see and know that you have achieved this kind of a product by sheer video tutorials on your own. You have not gone to any film institute to learn the formal training.
Yes, I haven't went any film institute. Just by YouTube tutorials and watching movies.
When we have in our festival, we have a section of student films, where
Okay.
we get films from this year. Like, we've got films from more than 60 film institutes around the world. Like, we've got films from more than 50 countries in different languages. And seeing your film, and we also of course have films which have been made by people like you, who are self-taught, have not gone to any film institutes for whatever reasons, and have
Hmm.
given and come out with films which are equally good. It's very difficult to say that you're not a trained filmmaker. When we say trained, in the sense, of course, you are trained because you have trained yourself, but you've not
Okay.
trained yourself in an institute. You've not gone to an institute, because that's a different kind of a formal training which happens. Um, so, having said this, I mean, it's amazing to see filmmakers like you, independent filmmakers like you, dealing with a certain kind of genre of making films, whether be it action, comedy, romance, or etc., which happens. Some people have churned out, some independent filmmakers have churned out good songs. So, you have choreographed stunt, you have done the editing, you've done the VFX, you've directed, you have basically visualized the entire product, and you did this in 2016. And thanks to pandemic, that we could relax our rules and pick up films which have been made earlier, because our festival, it is not hell bent upon we have to take only last year's films or 2 years films. We are very flexible. We want the best of films to come to us, so that we can tell people that these are the films that you must watch, and they should be given the limelight. So we do relax our rules, and we don't mind films going to any film festival or being released or unreleased. We take films which are good, and which I think people should watch. So your film does fall in that category, because it's a mesmerizing film. It's a very hypnotic film, I would say. um, Now, how did you achieve the music? Because see, when you make an action film, I mean, it has to be supported very well by the sound design and the music.
Music, yes.
You've choreographed fine, you've edited, but how did you get the sound effects and the music? Did you compose the music originally for this, or you have used a pre-recorded music?
Actually, the my friend was in studying in Raman Institute in Chennai. So I chatted him in Face FB. Actually, in 2016 I shot it, and I couldn't release it in 2017 because right now you can see my half side of my face is paralyzed. I got some Bell's palsy issue. The left side of my anime face animation is not working right now. So I got 2 to 3 years to work on this film. So to a point where I thought, like, I can go for cheap sound and sound effects, but I don't want to break the quality. So I met him and I called, and actually took years to for composition and also the sound mix also, because one thing was that I was out of budget. Other thing that he was just a student, so I have played many computer games, and I just took one soundtrack and just gave to him, and I told him that I want this kind of music in this part, and I break many other music like that. So he also, it's not completely imitating that song, but that genre he could get easily. And also we have the sound effects. It's recorded in Chennai. It's a studio called Soundpost. They're doing some future film. So from there also the sound effects came, and I met one other guy who his name is Anish. He was sound mixer. So the combination of these people, the sound department, were taken care of well.
How about the music?
Music, yeah, just like I said, the like listening to some game music sound was actually, yeah, I think it was from a game that I played, and I gave the title track to him, and also some other games also they're there. So I just trimmed that audio clip and gave it to him, and I told him that I need this kind of music, so he done it. That's all.
So they created the original music for your film, based
Yes, yes, yes.
inspired from
It's
the
created. Yeah, it's
pre-existing.
created originally for my film. Yes,
So it's purely created original piece of music.
yes.
Okay, that's wonderful to know, Ben, that you have put in so much of efforts. Because generally, in a film like this, by independent filmmakers who are working on almost a zero budget, uh, generally depend on pre-existing sound effects or music, pre-recorded music. They where you chose to create the sound effects, fresh sound effects, and the fresh music, and create the fresh music for this.
Yes.
It's a humongous task that you took. How has the film done? I mean, because you've put the film in a public platform, how has the film done?
Like I got some calls from the film field. Right now, I got one. There is one Prithviraj movie is coming. Prithviraj is one of the stars in Mollywood here, and the film shoot will begin on January. So I got an offer to assist that film. I personally don't have much set experience, so I want to jump into this set experience, how a set works. So it's like I think it's the remake of Andhadhun. There is a film called
Okay.
Andhadhun, right, in Hindi.
Yes,
It's
in it.
remake of
Yes, yes.
Ravi K. Chandran is directing it. So the producer actually he called me when the short film released. E4 Entertainment, the producer called me, and he was so overwhelmed by the film. So he do want to make a action film with me. So I think after assisting that film, I will go for a feature film, and it will be definitely action, and it will be there will be violence.
So, Madhvi, is there anything that comes to your mind?
No, all I want to know is that I want to wish him all the best. And yes, of course, one question is very important, which you today forgot to ask, and I'm going to ask why you chose Lift India to submit your movie. Yeah.
uh, I'm sorry. To be honest, I think I have signed into this film freeway, and I was just giving to all the film festival. Um, to be honest, I don't know how. See, like I wasn't expecting this selection, to be honest, because I have given like a zillion film festival, and most of them rejected. And at
Wow.
last, I think Lift India selected. That's a great.
On that note, I would
You,
like to just say something.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Sure.
what I want to say is that a lot of people think that film has to be something profound and it has supposed to have a story, a beginning, middle, and end. But
Yes,
honestly, what a film is supposed to do is hold your attention for that period of
absolutely.
Absolutely.
duration. And this film does that with utmost sincerity. And that's why
That's true.
we've selected this film here.
Couldn't even blink my eyes. I was like, oh, it's over.
Well, I'll take this opportunity, Ben, to tell you and to tell all our viewers here uh, that our efforts, what we are doing, we are striving to bring best of the independent talent which is existing around this world uh, to be showcased, to get to know people and put them, provide a platform to them to reach out to the audience. Like you said, you've got a film because somebody saw your film on internet and you've been approached for work. Likewise, Sahitya mentioned, that the film need not be profound. What we are looking at is, of course, a good film, which can be in terms of direction, in terms of story, in terms of edit, in terms of ideas, philosophy, technique, technology, medium. And what you are displaying is sheer your talent of edit, direction, stunt, choreography, sound effects, music. I mean, it's amazing. It's every there. Everything is there. uh, there need not be a story, but when you see an action film, in your choreography, the action, the story is that the man has to live. He is facing so many obstacles. There are so many people there to kill him, and he has to overcome them to be able to
Yes.
survive, to live the next moment. Otherwise, he will be killed. So,
Yes.
for me, that was the story of your film. That
Yeah,
how
I mean,
is he going to cross that bridge to live another moment? So, and for
Yes.
that, he has to fight, and he fights to glory.
That's all it
the
is.
good thing about this film is
There
people
is no
can
purpose
pursue
of
it.
giving any message or what. There's just like
Absolutely,
people should
absolutely.
have to entertain, should pinched into the movie till the end. After the movie finished, they can think whatever they can.
Right.
Like till the
Exactly,
end of the movie, they
exactly.
should be
You just
stick
enjoy
up.
as long as the film is playing, you just enjoy watching it.
Yes,
It's
yes.
yeah. Uh, what about? I would like to know about your lead actor, who was the hero. You have given him
Okay.
the character name as the hero. I would like to know about him. What's his name? What does he do? Is he a professional actor or an action stuntman?
No, no, no. Actually, his name is Sajeev Sajan, and he's a bike stunter. And I met him
Bike
in
stunter.
yeah, he's a bike stunter. And I think he has went to some karate class, like like in the school time and all, like for 6 months and all. Apart from that, he has no connection with action and all. So I have seen his tattoo on this left arm. The first frame was like whenever I thought about this action film, there was my I manifested the first frame. So I need his tattoo. So I somehow called him, and he was not interested. So he was a little bit shy. So we we removed all the people, just me, him, and the cameraman was there in the set. And we put some Bluetooth speaker music for him to chill and act. We have to make him comfortable. So that's why he acted. He was not a professional actor and all. Right now, he has a shop in tattoo shop. He's doing tattoo stuff and all.
So he's not interested in acting.
No, no, no. He's not interested.
He does
It's
not
hard
want to
him to
be.
maintain. It's hard. It's very hard him to maintain. You should like you have to know him personally. No, he won't get into a strange number of people, and he can't act. Like there are some takes went for n number of takes, like 23, 24 takes was there. So you can't argue him. You can't quarrel with him. Yes, you have to be soft, or else he just walk out.
Well, I thought you would be saying you have to be soft or else he'll punch you. I mean, so he does not want to be an action film hero.
No, he like see these people wasn't interested much about just because I called them, they just came. That's it. Like yeah, he's not interested. I just need
Okay.
his arm to be honest for the first
But
frame.
whatever he did was amazing job in the end. In the totality, it was an amazing job. That's all I can say.
Yes, yes.
Well, I mean, you wanted his arm, but I think he's given his heart and soul to the film, and so have you. Uh,
Yes.
Absolutely. Right.
so, Madhavi,
Great
on this
point.
note, I think we can wrap the session and look forward to a lot
Yeah,
of films from you, Ben.
from
Thank you.
you. And we wish
Thank
you
you.
very
Thank you.
all the best, all the best, and keep
Thank
the
you.
fingers
Thank you.
crossed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank you
much.
for this
Good luck.
invitation. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Syed, for joining.
Welcome.
Thank you,
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir.
Sahitya. Yeah.
Thank you,
Hi.
Ben.
Hi,
Thank you.
Satya. Hi, Madhavi.
Bye.
Hi, Riju. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye. Yeah.
Bye bye.